I had a goal. I had a goal of having a six-pack by the time I was 40.
Yeah.
I didn't achieve that goal.
Okay.
However, I don't regret that. I'm stronger. I feel better. Clothes are fitting better.
So the goal is not a six-pack, it's being not fat.
And I've taken at least 3 to 4 hours out of my work week to train. But yet I've still managed to do more than I've ever done in the past. So why is that? I've been more efficient with my time.
That's something you constantly get better at.
So I've achieved other things right this year that weren't on my list of goals, but were always a goal of mine.
If you hit all your goals this year, maybe you need to aim a little bit bigger. Focus on what do you want? What do you want and why does it matter? And what are you willing to trade to get it?
Do you ever feel sometimes like you're bouncing in the same spot?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really bounce. I feel like I'm running. But
Running in the same spot?
Yeah. Who the fuck bought anything on a pogo stick?
Yeah.
So now like, bow.
Sometimes you bounce to get pumped up.
I feel like
Boxers when they're about to get to in a fight. We're about to get in a fight.
some days I do feel that way, yeah. Some days I don't. Some days, what is it?
Sometimes I look, so I've been training for quite some time now, say 12 months, pretty solidly. And, looking in the mirror the other day, I was like, have I really changed that much? As in body shape? And the answer, if I'm going to be completely honest, is no. But, I'm significantly stronger, and also it's, especially if I'm wearing clothing or t-shirts, they fit a lot better, pants fit better, all that sort of stuff. So there's definitely change that's happened.
Yeah.
But is it six-pack, washboard, abs, massive arms? You know what I mean? Is it there? No, it's not.
Why?
It's not a belief. I know it has to come down to diet, and also something that my coach said as well, which was really good, is it's not your number one thing. I said, yeah, you're completely right. I go, he was saying,
that's just a fucking, sorry, but that is no offense to your coach who might listen or may not listen.
100% is listening.
Is listening.
Do you think this is a joke?
I think that's just an outlet. Like, okay, cool. Hey, this is the reason why you have it. And it's like,
But you got to, no, there is truth to that. Yeah,
it doesn't mean it's not true. Yeah, everything is true.
Yeah.
Most excuses people make are true.
Yeah.
It's still an excuse.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is also true. But it's also the reality that I was in, because I was so busy at work.
It's never going to be your number one thing.
No, I disagree.
So it's never going to be your number one thing.
What do you mean?
Unless you're going to go be a bodybuilder, it's never going to be your number one thing.
Yeah, but if you made it, say, a priority over the next 3 months, that's all you're going to do.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Not number 1.
Yeah, but also, okay, but you've still got a higher level of priority to do it.
Okay, so you'd need to prioritize it.
But that's partly why I specifically engaged him, 3 times a week to be training, because I know that if I hadn't engaged him, I'd probably just go once a week, or I'd go twice or whatever.
Or maybe. So how many times?
I don't think it's necessarily the quantity of training, it's the discipline with the food as well, which is why the carnivore diet was very appealing to me when you recently did it. Yeah, I believe I will. I haven't done it yet.
Iggy's doing it.
Yeah, I know he's doing it. He's done. I can tell. Walked in the room, he had to walk in through the door sideways. Actually, no, you walked in normally because you're probably dropping all that weight, or that extra weight that you were carrying.
Yeah, I actually lost 2 kilos.
Have you?
In 4 days.
2 kilos, 4 days, just from eating meat.
Yeah, just from eating meat. I think it's water weight, but still, I'm just losing because I'm skinny. I'm like,
that's right.
I weigh like 69 kgs now. I'm at
how tall are you?
180 centimeters.
Yeah.
You're 180 centimeters.
You always say that every time I tell you that. And then you come to me and say like, oh yeah, probably yeah.
Yeah, that's probably, that's about right.
Yeah, seems
182 with shoes on.
Sounds about right. That's the benefit of wearing shoes off. Never taking my shoes off.
So anyway,
yes. So
I had that. Okay, this is the thing, right? I had a goal. I had a goal of having a six-pack by the time I was 40.
Yeah.
I didn't achieve that goal.
Okay.
However, I don't regret that I didn't achieve it.
Did you get closer towards it?
Absolutely I did. No more back pain. Yeah. So I used to have back pain every night and every morning when I woke up. My lower back would kill. Just for no reason. No reason. But I had back pain. Now, been training, non-existent. I'm stronger. I feel better. Clothes are fitting better. And I'm in bed. I have lost weight and I am in better shape. And I haven't stopped. I'm still going. It's become habitual for me to be going and working out and going to the gym. So regardless of me not getting the six pack, there's been some significant results that wouldn't have been there if I didn't have the goal of getting a six pack. And it's that whole 10x movement in your mind. That's GC always says, Grant, we're waiting. Let us know once you're done with all the election stuff with Trump.
Well,
and
this will be post-election.
It'll be post-election by the time he hears this. But now that you're all done with it, if you're not still campaigning, you're more than welcome.
And Trump's on.
More than welcome to come on.
I'm going to call it right now.
What?
Trump's on.
Shit. How's the world going once Trump's won?
Surely.
No more world wars.
Surely Trump's won.
And hands on the button like this.
Yeah, he's like...
I don't know if everything
one hand on the button, one hand typing a tweet.
What's her name? Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
Dud.
Everything
unless that's the narrative I've been fed,
of
all
course
the videos I'm seeing, she's fucking got no clue.
She's I'm sure she's a capable human.
Yeah. But
she was a
the videos
prosecutor.
I've seen haven't been great. But maybe that's because I'm a Trump supporter. Don't know.
MAGA.
100%.
Make Australia great again.
Yeah, good. So anyway, GC, back to what he was saying, 10x. And it's not necessarily, okay, you want to make $5 million revenue in your business this year, right? He's like, well, why not go for 25? Because if you make 18, that's a significant amount more than 5. And that's how I felt with my training. And at the start of the year, sat down, wrote goals. We spoke about it as well, about setting goals and what we wanted to do for 2025. And I recently looked at those as well. And I reckon there's at least 60, no, sorry. I'd say there's about 50-50 as far as which ones I would tick. That's a good one. And which ones I would tick and say, no, that's no good. So I'm about 50-50 with it. And I wasn't disappointed because the 50% that I hadn't achieved yet, I had done more than if I never set the goal in the first place.
So you've still made progress.
I've still made progress in every single one of those. Even though I didn't achieve them. There's some of them. Some of them I have.
So what's the plan? Because you said...
If they're still important to me at the end of this year or at the start of next, I'll put them back on the list. Maybe some of them weren't as important to me back at the start of the year as what I thought they would be. And my priorities changed. Because I've had other goals. So I've achieved other things this year that weren't on my list of goals, but were always a goal of mine. And one of them is, when's this coming out?
This will be mid-November.
Mid-November. One of them is putting a general manager on at my business.
Yep.
And that's happened now. I am now CEO. CEO, bitch.
I'm CEO, bitch.
I am CEO, bitch.
C-suite.
This is the C-suite.
This is what it feels like. C-suite days.
This is what it... This is what it feels like. No more fucking around.
So
I'm C-suite. So my GM...
Well done.
Hey, we can cast all the time now.
I've still got stuff to do.
I'll come help you. I've got spare time.
Yeah, come past.
What do I need to do? Iggy's going to fuck off to Mongolia. I can go a cameraman.
You work, yeah? We'll train. Can you train him up?
Can you?
Can you just
he came to one of my sites the other day filming. He goes, hey, do you want to put the goggles on and fly the drone? I'm like, fuck.
Did you do it?
I was going to lose it. The drone would have fucking crashed into the concrete truck and spontaneously combust.
I actually crashed the drone into the...
I don't think you come with the
pouring.
Oh, you did?
Pouring
My
thing.
apprentice told me that.
Yeah,
I thought he was joking.
It went straight through the concrete. Can't you hear it?
I can't hear you.
Now.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I think Channel 1 does this weird thing. Even though it's not recording, you can still hear me, but when I turn it off, you can't hear me. Like, weird.
The other...
But now that I'm C-suite, maybe you can teach me how to do that when you're gone so I can do it.
Yeah. We're actually looking at replacing Iggy in this with an automated podcast. Yes.
Shit.
We're working on that at the moment, so
Holy
we've got
shit.
some things brewing. But
maybe you can just come. As if you're not going to want to come anyway. Just come sit here and talk shit.
he
Could
still,
be like the...
he still doesn't know that he's...
Is it an anchor? Is that what they're called?
Doesn't know that he's not leaving yet.
Oh, doesn't he?
No.
You haven't told him?
No.
Ah, shit.
It doesn't.
That's C-suite talk.
He'll work it out.
You'll figure it out soon enough.
Back to the goals thing. So you said you had a goal, 6-pack. You haven't seen a lot change.
No, I just haven't seen the six-pack.
You
But
said
I've had a significant change in
you've been working
health,
Yeah.
in life, in energy, in strength. Like there's been huge positive flow-on effects as a result of me training.
and that's great.
Yeah.
But you also said that your trainer said that it wasn't your number one thing.
Yes. He goes, because I asked him that too. I said, I actually sat there, I said, hey, should I be more progressed than what I am? All right. Like,
That's a great question.
Yeah. But
because that's a very confronting question.
Yeah.
And I asked myself that, and you know what? I feel like that
Me
all
too.
the time.
Oh, me too.
And I say to myself,
Me too.
man, I feel like for my age, I should be further along than
be.
what I am. And I'm sure a lot of people listening to this feel that way as well.
Yes, but it should's a very dangerous word, isn't it? Going back a few podcasts ago that I wasn't a part of.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Should's a very dangerous word.
And now you got to live in this moment right now. You know, I would love to in the future pre-framing your words as to where you want to be. But I asked him that question. I go, we've been training solidly for say 12 months, right? 12 months of training. Should I be more advanced than what I am body shape wise? And he said that exact same thing. He goes, if you wanted to, you could be that guy. You could be the 6-pack abs in 3 months. I can do it for you, no worries. He goes, but this is what it's going to take. Are you willing to do that? And I said, no.
You said no?
At that time, it's train every day, eat like an animal, like sleep like an animal. See, I'm sleeping really well too. We mentioned that a few podcasts ago.
Yeah.
I think that's been an on flow of me training too, because I'm tired now. Like we did a training this morning. I worked out hard. Like it was hard work. I was actually building up a sweat. And because I'm lifting heavy weights, I feel tired now when I go home and I'm exhausted from a big day at work. So I actually go to bed early. But anyway, there's things that I have to give up in order to be able to do that and just focus on every single day and do it. Could I do it? Yeah, excuses. Do you know what I mean? It's excuses. Could you do it? Yes, you could. I could do that and do this. Couldn't I? Gun to my head. You said, hey, if you don't do this, I am going to kill you. All right. Relax, man. Won't take it so personally. I'll do it.
Yeah. But it's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, what am I willing to give up to get this thing?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think
because
for me
there's always
at the
a
moment,
trade. I think there's always a trade.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And
You want that?
I
You
think
give up
that's
the fucking pizza. You gotta give up the maybe it's sleeping in, or maybe it's the weekend sleeping. You know what I mean? Like people love that shit, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm going out tonight with some friends, and we're all going out, my wife and them, and we're going to Grill Americano. You been there before?
Is that where they serve you the non-stop meat?
I don't know, but apparently it's
The
good.
Brazilian barbecue?
A Grill Americano? I don't know. I thought
Nah,
it was
it's not.
American.
I'm
I thought it was like
tripping,
American
man. Nah, I don't
barbecue.
think-
I
I
don't
don't
even
think
know
I've
what the
ever
cuisine is. I think there is a
Where
lot
is
of
it?
meat. Flinders Lane. But anyway, I'm going there tonight.
No.
So if I was this strict, we've got to do this. I got to pre-look up the menu. What can I eat? How many grams is it? Should I bring my scales? You know what I mean? Should I not eat lunch to make up for the calories I'm going to eat this afternoon? Does it mean I have to train an extra hour the next day? Does it mean every single day I've got to get my work in? It's like
So
the
do you
75
think- okay, hold on.
concept of it. Yeah.
Do you think that is the only way you can have a six-pack?
What do you mean? No. What? It's going to take a level. What do you mean by that question? Sorry. What are you trying to get to?
So do you think the only way you can have a six-pack is for you to be able to measure every single macro going into your diet to ensure that if you ever went anywhere, you know exactly where you're consuming all the
No.
time and there's no way around it?
No, it's just data though, isn't it? Like it's the same as business. When you know your numbers, when you know the things, the metrics, you can measure, you can make adjustments. That's all that is. So is it the only way? No, I'm sure I could do it without measuring a single thing and just going carnivore diet, doing one thing or making to a degree, knowing what I'm consuming and that, hey,
Yeah,
I
I
shouldn't
think you have to have
cake.
some level of
I should have
understanding
this.
of what you're
Yeah,
consuming.
that's right. That's right. So could you do it without it? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely you could. So, part of me getting into the C-suite too, though, is now I can have a bit more time to go, all right, well, maybe I do train 5 days a week instead of 3. Maybe I do go for a walk. Maybe I'll walk to and from work every single day. Maybe I do whatever it might be. That's just one aspect of it, one element of it. So That's just the health side of things. Now let's look at any other goal. And it's the same concept behind it. All right. So how much of a priority is you getting that goal? And that's what I ask myself with everything.
So is that still a goal for you?
The six pack we're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this time, and I've got time to do it. So I've moved the goals a little bit, the goal posts, let's say.
Yep.
I can't remember, I think we spoke early episodes. I went to Noosa and it was a resort and I walked in there and we're sitting by the pool and I looked around at all the blokes.
Bunch of fat people.
And they're all fucking fat. All dad bods, all of them. 90%. And that's a pretty accurate estimation of the physical condition of everyone in that place. Some of them weren't just dad bods. Some of them were fucking obese. You are heart attack territory, dude. Like you're not winning at life. They may be winning financially, all right? They can afford a nice resort with their family, get the flights up, all that sort of stuff, doing okay there. But you're fat. And I looked at that and I was like, these people have given up or they're too comfortable. It's easy to get your food. It's easy to eat chocolate cake. It's easy to do all these other things. It's hard to work out. It's hard to have the six pack. So when I looked at that time, I said, cool, we're coming back here next year because we tend to do it a yearly trip with that. So we're coming back. And I go, next time I come back, I'm not going to be in that category. So that's where my next goal is. So February this year is still the goal of me reaching that.
Okay, and what are you going to do? So right now it's November.
I think my biggest thing...
You're 3 months out.
Yeah, I've got time.
90 days.
Yeah, I see it as... I think my biggest hurdle is diet. Just the food I'm consuming. Not that I eat bad, mind you. I don't eat bad. But I just need to be more disciplined with what I'm eating. And now I'm more conscious. And when I'm eating foods and all that sort of stuff, like, where'd we go? You did a pizza review a few weeks back when we went for our gun license. You heard right. Pro guns.
Pro guns.
We are pro guns.
MAGA.
Trump, MAGA. MAGA. So we applied for our gun license. Have you done the application yet to actually get the license?
I've got it here.
Your gun?
Literally carrying it around.
Your gun?
Nah, the application.
But have you actually sent it off? Because I haven't done that yet.
I've got to go get some. Nah, I haven't. To put it simply.
Cool. Sorry to diverse there, but what was I saying?
You were talking about the pizza review.
Oh yeah. When we went and got our gun license, like, oh, do you want to get something to eat? I've got to do a pizza review. I'm like, all right, cool. So what did I get?
A pizza.
I got a fucking pizza. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's days like that I will be like, oh, okay, I got pizza today. All right, you fat fuck. Keep eating pizza. See where your six pack goes. But that's what I mean. The discipline didn't kick in. And I was like, all right, one day it's pizza, relax. You'll be right. You sell yourself. How badly do you want it? How badly do you want any of your goals? If it's really critically important to you.
I'm going to challenge you there.
Please.
So you believe in macros. You believe that whole concept. I don't believe that concept anymore, personally. I think that's all bullshit. I think if you have as much steak as you want, I think you'll lose weight. That's the truth. I genuinely think, dude, I've eaten massive mountains of meat and just ate as much as I could until I couldn't eat anymore, and weight was falling off me.
Do you think, though,
I think
if you ate the same amount of chocolate cake or donuts?
No, I think that that's a bad calorie.
Yeah, like, so it's the food you're consuming. That's what 100%. It is at the end of the day.
Yes.
Yeah. The only reason I've never followed macros my whole life. I've never done that before ever. Yeah. But from my coach's perspective, he's just saying it's a metric that you can track. Like, you've got fats, proteins, carbs. Okay, you're eating protein. That's it. Right, and you probably have some fat. Yeah, you have some fat too, but you're predominantly eating protein, which your body is using, and you're burning energy because you're going to the gym and using that. The bigger your muscles are, the more energy you burn. And he goes, our bodies are genetic freaks in the sense that they are made to withhold fat for survival purposes. That's what they're built to do, because we don't know when never knew for many thousands of years where our next meal was coming from. So we had to hold that fat in order for us to feed off of it when we didn't have food. And now, because food's so easily accessible and we can eat anything, and there's sweet things and there's addictive things and there's all these foods we can eat at any time we want. Really, most people in the first world country can do that. We hold that fat there, and that's why it exists. So the macros is simply, I just see it as a metric to be able to track, just the same in your business. That's all I see it as. Not that I have to do this, I have to have that, I have to have that. And I think even if you went plant-based, you would have had similar results.
I did. I've done it.
Oh yeah, well there you go. And did you drop that much?
Yeah.
See, I don't think
very similar.
I what I've seen, I haven't done either of those diets.
I don't think
what
either
I've
of them
seen
is
with
sustainable.
Yeah. Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think either side is sustainable.
From what I've seen is those diets work not because they are the right diet or the best type of food to eat.
You stop eating the
You
shit.
stop eating the shit.
Yeah.
And
I
you go,
agree.
okay, well now I'm not eating 15 donuts a week. I'm just going to have meat. Well, of course, you're going to lose that weight. Now, even for yourself, Iggy, you've just started on the carnivore diet you were saying the other day, and you're a pretty slim guy, and you've dropped a couple kilos already in the space of 4 days just from eating meat. Now, that's a lot. From a percentage of body fat, that's probably really high for you to have dropped so much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes. Looking at those goals, at my goals that I've completed, some of them will go back on the list next year, and some of them aren't really as important to me as I thought they were at the start of the year, funny enough. There were some goals on there that I didn't really, I had a goal on there that was just because, just for me, just because, I think they called it, just any random goal setting item. And it was to buy a Rolex.
Okay.
I could go and buy a Rolex today. I could.
But
I don't feel that I need one, or like I don't want it enough to go and get it.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
So it's like, why should I go spend 20, 30, 40 grand on a watch? This one's telling the time just fine at the moment. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather, and it's like that. I always battle as you do as well. It's like, oh, should I get that, or could I spend an extra 10 grand on ads? Should I get that, or should I spend an extra 40 grand and employ someone? So I'm at that battle now. And then again with the C-suite, I've put an extra person who's getting very well paid in my company. Go, fuck, I've got to come up with this money every week, every month.
Come from somewhere.
It's got to come from somewhere. Should I be going to get a Rolex to celebrate that? No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. So I think about that a little bit too. I had no intention of buying a new car, bought a new car. All right, tick that one off. That's done.
That wasn't a goal.
No, it was one of the goals.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I had it on there to buy a car.
There you go.
But I had no intention of actually buying one. I thought, that could be something that could happen. And I ended up going, fuck it, let's buy a new car. Which I love, by the way.
The new car?
I can't believe how much I enjoy driving the car.
How good's the car?
Yeah,
it's a sick car, dude.
So Ford Ranger, out of off topic, it's such a step up from the previous generation.
Dude, it's
Such a step up. Well done. Good on Ford.
I had someone take my car the other day, and they had they're the reason I bought the car. The person who was driving my car, but he had the 4-cylinder, and he sold it.
Ah, right.
But I drove that, and I was like, "This is a sick car."
Yeah.
And then when I was going to buy this, I ran to buy him, and he was like, "Yeah, man, no brainer." But then he drove the V6, and he's like, "Hey, the V6 is a whole nother level."
Yeah.
He's like, "It's a whole
So
nother
he
level."
got the car in shape, but in a 4-cylinder?
He had it. He doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah. So I think that was that's a mistake. I'm glad I didn't do that.
4-cylinder.
Yeah,
Even
I was
he
never
said
going to
something.
that.
He's like, even the 4-cylinder felt a bit trucky because
It's truck.
like a
Yeah,
car.
that's what it was like. It was trucky. This one's car-like. But yeah. How about yourself? Did you have some goals at the start of the year?
Yeah, of course.
How do you feel about them coming? Because guys, this is mid-November now.
Yeah.
How many weeks we got till the end of the year? Till Christmas? 6 weeks?
If that, yeah.
Yes, 5 to 6 weeks, and then probably another 7, 8 weeks till New Year's, when all of you are going to sit down and go, I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to lose 5 kilos. No, you're fucking not.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a spontaneous piece of bullshit that you're telling yourself. You got to really sit down and think about what you want, not just going, this is what I'm going to do this year. New year, new me. Sorry.
I think no, go give it to him.
Give it to him. Not here to be your friend.
I think
Here to change your life.
I think you're not supposed to get all your goals.
Cool. That's a good way to look at it. But hey, is that an excuse?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Because if you
Please elaborate.
if you got all your goals, did you really push yourself? Did you really
Were they that ambitious goals? Yeah.
Did you really aim?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I want to lose 2 kilos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know?
Yeah.
Did you really aim as far as you could? Did you really stretch yourself? Did you really try and do things that were kind of out of the realms of possibility?
Yeah.
You know, and I think if you come to the end of the year and you're like, I ticked every single one off, that's something you need to ask as well. That's in my opinion.
Hey,
Yes.
have a top 10 podcast in Australia.
Are we there? Surely. Well, I'm sure.
Surely. After this episode.
Yeah, and whilst you're listening to this.
And hey,
There's only
year's
one
not
thing-
over.
Year's not over.
The year's not over.
You know what
But-
it is that helps you get top 10 though?
No.
You don't know?
No, I wouldn't actually
It's actually
have no idea.
no idea.
I mean, look, this is only my first year I've been doing a podcast.
You're right. I think one of the key aspects is making sure that people subscribe.
How would they do that though?
You know that we have a lot of people who listen to this who aren't currently subscribed. Most people listen to on Spotify.
Yeah,
you know,
cool.
80+% of our listeners listen on an Apple iPhone.
So you can tell that as well.
I can tell everything.
Shit.
40% are wearing black jocks. Everyone's just looking at their jokes now.
Robbie knows. Robbie knows.
We know it all.
But can I ask a question with that? How do you know it's an iPhone? It actually tells you on that what device
device?
is it? Wow, that's interesting.
Like iPhone
Do
or
you
Apple
use-
or Android.
because obviously you listen back.
iOS and Android.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you can see that.
Do you? Oh, you obviously listen back to this podcast and you subscribed, aren't you?
I'm definitely subscribed.
What platform do you use?
Me?
Yeah, to listen to the podcast.
I actually don't listen to this podcast.
Shit.
Yeah.
You had to listen back.
No, I sometimes check the clips just to make sure that all the editing is okay
Yeah.
because I can be a bit.
I think I've listened to every episode.
You have?
Start to
Nah,
finish.
I don't. Sometimes I just watch or sometimes I'll watch so we got on YouTube.
The 7-minute clips or
Yeah,
whatever.
those clips. Like sometimes if that pops up on my feed, I'll just watch it just to see because I want to make sure the editing works, make sure the team are doing the right thing and it's starting at the right point, ending at the right point. You know what I noticed the other day that really bothered me, and I'm going to bring it up now live. Whenever we set up, last time we did this, one of these was upside down, and I was watching the mic and the road was upside down, and I got so annoyed.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like,
See, I don't watch it. I very rarely watch it. I will listen to it, and I normally use
I
the
love
Apple
YouTube.
Apple Podcast.
use Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Most of our listeners are on Spotify.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, they subscribe.
Yeah, to make us put us in the top 10 and
Put
make
us in the top 10. Make sure I get my
gets
goal this
his
year.
Goal this year.
Come on, it's not all
fucking-
me. It's not all me.
Stop fucking around. How can you set a goal where?
Can I just say something though? So it's a pretty ambitious goal to have in the first year of having a podcast, isn't
I
it?
agree.
Yeah, top 10. It's fucking pretty good in Australia, and I didn't say the world, just said Australia.
Are you trying to
It's
find
your
us?
you
second
reckon-
year having a
Well, now
podcast.
we're in the second year. Yes,
Yeah.
we're still in the year of 2020. When did we start?
23. Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
Shit.
Told you, second year.
Holy shit. We're in the second year. So we're in 24 though. So, okay. Yeah, that's all right. It was a 24 goal. So that's okay. Had I not had that goal, I mean, would you be pushing to try and to get to that? You know, hey, I just want to have a top 5,000 podcast in Australia.
We're there.
Yeah. Oh, tick.
Yeah.
Done. So it lies completely with what you're saying. And the other day you messaged me and you're like, hey, I'm like, what? Because there's 70 fucking comments on this on this clip.
I haven't told
I'm
you
like,
about that.
what are you talking about? I go, what are you talking about? Because I don't watch the YouTube clips. You go, 70 people are fucking
Yeah,
commenting
dude,
on this clip.
I
And, I go,
freaked.
and then it's 100 because you
Yeah.
get a notification every time.
I opened up
See,
my emails. It's just like
Ding,
comment,
ding,
comment,
ding,
comment,
ding,
comment.
ding.
And I'm like, what's happened?
We put a 7-minute clip up about the episode when we were talking about Welcome to Country and saying how we disagreed with it and it was rubbish and they need to get rid of it, all that sort of jazz.
I was surprised at how many people agreed.
I wasn't.
Wow.
I wasn't.
I was surprised.
It's like, you know,
I was quite surprised.
it's funny. It's like you see how many people, when you speak to them about, I've never met anyone that likes Dan Andrews and supports Dan Andrews. You know what I mean? I'm still yet to find a person. Most people, that's why he's leaving. Because he's out of power.
Who's that?
Dan used to be the premier.
Used to be the premier of
of
Victoria.
Victoria. Anyway, but yeah, I think a lot of people feel the same way about that.
Dan Andrews.
That and also the welcome to country. But that's why it was a bit of a,
Saying what everyone's thinking.
yeah, exactly right. That, but also I think when you talk a little bit of controversial topics, people tend to tune in then too and put their 2 cents in because they get very opinionated with those sorts of things. But regardless, we had to put in the work. We had to do the push-ups. The video's got 3,000-4,000 views, whatever it might be now. And it's our best clip, as in from ratings and
On the
comments.
clip. Yeah, 100%.
No, sorry, from views and comments.
Yeah.
And then we went up, saying over the course of that month, we had an extra 50 subscribers on the channel. So all this effort, because this podcast takes effort, time, money from both of us, everything we're doing will contribute to us becoming a top 10 one day.
I agree.
Yeah. But even though I've got the goal of that being top 10 this year, we haven't achieved it.
Yeah, but
so
I
should I be disappointed?
No, I think some goals roll on, but you mentioned before that some goals you worked out are not a priority or are no longer a priority.
Oh, yeah, that's what I found with some of them for myself, yes.
Well, how do you work that out?
I think you just grow and change throughout the year. So it's like, well...
But how do you now know that that goal is no longer... It doesn't mean as much to me?
I don't know. I think just time tells you that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say just time tells me that. Because at the time I wrote it, it did mean a lot. Fast forward 6 months, oh, you know what? That doesn't actually mean that much to me anymore.
Yeah, so how do you know that it doesn't mean as much?
Priorities?
Because you're not doing it? Or not working towards it?
Not working towards it, maybe, yeah.
Something
Maybe
like
I thought, okay, it was really important for me to get a Rolex, and it's not. And my priority changed. I thought, no, I would rather put on a GM. And then a GM isn't on this list. But it has been, no. Not at the start of the year. I don't think so.
Are you looking at the list?
I'm looking at a list, but I did refine this list when I did a goal setting course. But the GM wasn't on that list.
Did you do a post?
Yeah, but that's not that one. So yeah, looking at that, I was like, okay, well, yeah, I've achieved something else that I wanted to do. And then maybe it's been at the sacrifice of doing something else. Don't know. I think it was a priority. That's all it came down to, why I didn't want to do that goal anymore. And that's not to say that might not be on the goal next year for me to get.
Well, yeah, why would you remove it? That's what I was trying to ask. Like, why? How do you know when
It's time to remove a goal?
Yeah,
I mean, does it fill your cup? Does it serve your purpose? Does it drive you? Does it give you fulfillment? Like that's probably what I would look at. Like, why would I? Why? Okay, so
hold on,
for
Matt.
me,
So, do all your goals have to be fulfilling?
they have to have some level of meaning. Fuck. Sorry,
So
stiff
back.
shoulder.
So,
Shoulder. So
some level of meaning.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
but
what's the point of it?
Meaning is not fulfillment, right? Like, it might be, I need to lose weight because otherwise I'm going to die.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
That might not feel good. Doing the weight loss thing might not feel good.
yeah, but you'll feel good once you're 50 kilos lighter. You'll get fulfilled. You get fulfillment out of being alive for longer.
Yeah, or like, I need to
Maybe it doesn't for everyone.
make it this
I would
certain
try. I
number.
think for me, it would be important. It would give me more purpose to want to achieve the goal if it was going to fulfill me in life. So maybe there's a little. I would look at it in the sense, well, I want to do it so it does have a bit more purpose to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like why would I want to do it? Why do I need to do it if it's not filling your cup? Do you know what I mean? So I look at it from that perspective.
Yeah, I guess sometimes the process is not the fulfilling part.
Yeah, sometimes it is. You know, enjoying the journey. Because like this journey of the podcasting journey, I don't know, 55, 56 episodes in, like this has been a great journey along the way.
This has been sick.
Yeah, I've enjoyed every episode. Every episode that we've done. Maybe there's a
listening
couple
or
that were
recording?
shit. Maybe there's a couple that were shit.
There has to be shit episodes.
Has to be. Like you listen to our very first episode.
No, I wouldn't say they're shit episodes. I'd say they're not as good as the other one.
Yeah.
That's
There's
what it
definitely
is.
guys like
yeah,
that.
because
There's
then if
definitely
it's
ones like
not, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, that means you had no, because just as there is episodes that are not as good, there are episodes that are way better.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean?
Correct. I said it to you today when I walked in. I was
You
like,
did?
I said, oh, that episode was sick. The one with you and, don't tell me. Starts with F.
It does.
Fuck.
Figgy.
Figgy. That's
Figgy.
right.
That would be a
Figgy.
sick name, by the way. Figgy.
You should change it.
Yeah.
Fabian.
That's the one.
Good episode. I was saying to you, I learned
episode.
something.
Yeah.
I was learning. I'm like, cool. I better write that down. So yeah, definitely, you're going to have that with all aspects of what you're doing in your business and your life.
But yes, to answer your question from before, do I have goals that I haven't achieved? 100%. I've got
Have goals that you
business-
have achieved.
Yes.
Cool. Good.
I'm pretty sure. Probably should review my goals more.
And this is a great opportunity for all of you to do the same. Even if it's now, just listen to this podcast. All right, put it on pause or just think about it as we're talking. Have a bit of a think about what did you really want to do at the start of the year? And if you haven't done anything about it, because that's really prevalent in people's lives. You know, life gets in the way. Life gets in the way of you actually working on your goal. You might be busy at work. You might be busy looking after the kids. You might be busy stressing about money, whatever it might be. But things get in the way, and it's always, as you said before, it's an excuse. And it does come down to it being an excuse for you not doing a goal. And I think there'd be a lot of people who did that whole New Year's resolution, New Year, New Me bullshit. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do all these amazing things. I'm going to go on the holiday. It's going to be about me. I'm going to celebrate my family. I'm going to connect with my friends. I'm going to do whatever it is. And you probably haven't done anything about it. What do you say to those people?
You got to be honest with yourself.
I think so.
You got to be honest with yourself and work out. That's the hard part, I think.
Accountability. You're having that. And that's what I said to my coach the other day. I said, why should I be more progressive than what I am? Right? And, you know, if he was going to be, and he was honest, he goes, yeah, like you could be. Absolutely, you could be. But if you obviously haven't made it your number one. You haven't made it more of a priority over something else. You haven't made it more of a priority over eating pizza with Robby a few weeks ago, you know? And it was 100% your fault that I don't have a six-pack. That's all it is.
You're welcome.
How's your pizza thing going anyway? Just seen a few episodes.
I've been away. I've been
You've done
in-
a great opportunity to do it in fucking Western Australia when you were there.
You reckon they have pizza there?
They don't have pizza. They're that racist. They don't like Italians in Western
Dude,
Australia.
I was in Exmouth.
Yeah, surely somewhere in Exmouth they've got
like,
pizza.
It's not great. And also,
Yeah, but so you
would
didn't
freak.
say.
Hey?
You didn't have to say. Yeah,
I ate pizza while I was there.
Did you?
Yeah.
But didn't review it.
No,
Stop
didn't review
cheating.
it. I actually, anyway, listen. The point is, when I was in Exval, I caught a fucking Spanish mackerel and it was off its head.
Shit.
You've probably seen the photo if you follow me on Instagram.
Hey, can you put the
1.3 meter fish.
Can you put the photo up on YouTube?
Yeah, well,
Cool.
pop the photo in.
Just here.
Yeah. hold you. Yeah.
the photo
So
there. Look at Robby.
What do you
That's
get?
what
It's
he's
a portrait photo?
Yeah.
Of course it's a portrait photo.
Why wouldn't it be?
You're gonna play. It was so big. That's a portrait photo.
Did you?
Yeah, great
did you-
time.
Did you
Great
eat
time.
it?
Of course I ate it.
I would have eaten all of it, not let anyone have any.
It was a big fish, dude.
Yeah,
Like a 20 kilo fish.
That's it. No fucking around.
Given away and stuff.
Nice.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fish eating
Person.
human. But it was okay. It was nice. It was okay. I had it in sashimi and
Oh yeah.
fried. Fried food's so bad for you. But yeah, the tuna was better. I had the tuna as well. I've got a tuna.
Did you catch a tuna?
Yeah, caught a tuna.
cool.
That was much better. But yes, the pizza reviews are coming back, but don't use that as an excuse not to
Not to eat pizza.
eat pizza.
We going with Iggy?
Not
You
to
eating pizza
not
too?
have a six pack. Iggy's on a carnivore diet.
Oh, you can't eat pizza
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm actually not eating it. I'm just recording it,
He
looking
came
at
and
so
recorded
good
me.
pizzas.
Shit.
You came and recorded me eating pizza today.
Can't even
There's a
have
pizza in your office right now
Why don't you have meat lovers?
because of me.
I heard there was pizza in the office.
Because of me.
Yeah. Probably not in the office anymore though. Probably everyone's eaten it.
Simon had a slice before I put the box down.
Was it your lunch?
Standard.
Was it your lunch or you just...
I just had a
That
slice.
probably
I just went and had a slice
Um,
to do a review.
there's a new pizza place just opened next door.
Yeah.
You said, yeah.
No.
Yeah. You can go do that one next.
So after this, is it open?
I
No.
don't think so. I think they're opening.
Opening.
Yeah. Used to be the old Domino's. Were you in Port back then?
No. But speaking of being
Oh
in Port,
yeah, Domino's is gone, right?
Yeah, from next door,
Yeah.
a few doors down. Yeah, they're gone.
speaking of being in Port, yesterday I woke up, get a call from a weird number, didn't answer it. It was like 9 something, and
AM.
yeah, and I was.
Mobile or landline?
It was a landline to my phone, but I was in the middle of something, and I was like, I don't know who that is. I'm just gonna.
I do that more often these days.
Yeah, I'm just like, someone's
Even-
calling from a
even
landline. It's probably going to be a
mobiles.
telecommunication something.
Even
Anyway,
mobile numbers, but if I don't have the number of my phone, tend not to answer it these
and
days.
then I get a voicemail, and you know how the iPhone actually writes. How good's that, by the way?
No.
You haven't noticed that? How that it
maybe-
transcribes the voicemail, and you can read the voicemail.
Oi, maybe that's only a 16 thing.
Oh
You're
yeah,
right.
sorry.
Yeah, hey, I'm...
Might be the new iPhone 16 thing, but it
Must be nice.
transcribes your voicemail.
Yeah, right.
Sick. So like you can see who what they're saying at the start of the voicemail. And I realized it's from my agent, and I'm going to
agent?
notice the vacate.
Oh, fuck off.
Fucking spewing, dude.
Oh,
Yeah. So speaking of Port, I don't know how long I'll be around for.
trainer.
Might stick around. See how we go.
Yeah, what else are you going to do?
Yeah, I don't know. Might go to Queensland. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Catch some more mackerel?
Yeah, that's Western Australia.
Doesn't matter. I'm sure they can swim around.
Got to work out. Might be a new goal for 2025.
To go to Brisbane.
I don't know. Gonna have to
So when do you have to move out?
Feb.
Oh, you got a bit of time. Got a bit of time, but that's annoying.
Annoying, yeah.
Is that year one? So you've only been there a year or so, hasn't it? So they're literally vacating after a year. They're selling it.
They asked us like, we don't know. I was like, fucking tell me, I'll buy it. Just don't make me move again.
I think they have
Shifting houses is the worst thing ever.
Dude, it's fucked. I haven't done it for a long time, but can't be asked. Just thinking about it. So, hey, but you got a ute now.
I do.
Just chuck everything in the ute. I got a ute. I'll give you my ute so you can have 2 utes.
I'll tow
and
you.
drive both of them.
I'll put you on my.
Yeah, sick. All right.
So, goals for 2025.
Oh, you want me to tell you?
I don't know. Have you said them? But I haven't
No,
said
I
them.
haven't thought about it.
Me either.
I haven't thought about
But I think it's also a great time to make sure that you don't wait until January.
it. Yeah, absolutely. There's a level of, I like that actually. I'm going to start
You know what I
thinking
mean?
about it.
Like, don't wait until January.
What I want to achieve for next year.
Yeah, it's like even just plant the seed now. Start to think about it. It's like, okay, cool. What is 2025 going to consist of? I know I'm going to be moving. That's going to be one of the things.
One of them.
Trying to find a place in the same building. That'd be sick.
I'll hook it up.
Yeah. Make up call.
I know people.
I'm George from Bay Street for Melbourne.
From $1 million days.
$1 million days. Yeah. So I think you need to plant that seed now and say, okay, cool. You know, this is now it's mid-November. There's 6 weeks left in the year. 2025's right around the corner. What are we doing? Where are we going? What's going to happen? What's going to change? In 6 weeks, we are going to be halfway through the decade of when COVID started. COVID started at the start of this decade. We're 5 years in. Think about that. Think about that. Like, that's how quick time's fucking going.
We were saying the other day, it's almost like it never happened. It's almost like it never happened. Blinked and it's done.
did.
But that's the same with this year, man. This year, it's like, we're the same with someone. The years seem to go faster as you get older.
Yeah, we're talking about
Why was that though? Like, what was
it's a shorter period of your total life.
Yes.
Perception.
Yeah.
Time perception, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually goes faster. You
No,
just
it's
see
the
it
same.
as faster.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you need to take this episode as you're listening to this right now. It's November 14th, 15th, 12th, whatever it is, something around there. It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
That's what I'm
That's all you got to care about.
And 2025 is around the corner. What are you going to do? What's going to change? What what's the thing you said you'd do this year that's not done?
Yeah, you got 6 weeks to really start and thinking. Spend Monday morning before, get to work half an hour earlier.
Here's a question.
Okay? And have a think about it and just write some shit down. Every Monday morning, half an hour, write some shit down. And then by the time 25 comes along, it doesn't have to be New Year's Day, by the way. Okay? It could be the 5th, it could be the 10th, it could be January. Just have something ready at some stage where you go, okay, these are the 3, 6, 12 things I want to put on for the year.
Here's a question. I've got a goal I haven't achieved at all. Kind of like your goal that you said. Right?
Do you want to share it?
No.
Okay.
But if it's not a priority, why do you keep questioning the six-pack thing?
Is it what's a want?
Yeah, but if because like the whole thing of, oh, you know, if it mattered to you, you'd prioritize it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, if it doesn't matter, why do you keep thinking about it? Because I'm in the same position. I've got goals that I think about that I don't prioritize at all. It always gets pushed to the back of the list. And it's like, well, why do I keep writing this fucking shit down if I'm not doing anything about it?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
I know
And it's like, why do I keep writing this down? Like, I obviously care about it to some degree for me to fucking think about it. You know what I mean? To be willing to list this down
Yeah.
on my goals list, to write it down, and maybe you've written it down for a year, maybe you've written it down for 5 years, but you constantly write it down, and then maybe it's something you think about as well. You know what I mean? Do you think about the whole six-pack thing? You jump out of the shower and sit there?
Sometimes.
Huh?
Sometimes.
You do? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you obviously think about it.
Yeah.
So if you think about it so much, why is it not more of a priority?
Comfort? It's not affecting your life negatively, is it? Like for me, I could go on not having a six-pack for the rest of my life and be totally fine. Couldn't I? I could go,
and be totally fine?
If I walked past a stranger, if there was a person sitting on a bench and they said, every time a fat person walks past, you have to put a tick in this box. If I walked past them, I don't think they'd put a tick in the box.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay? So
the goal is not a six-pack, it's being not fat.
well, this is what I mean, but that's comfort. That's me buying into comfort there. I'm just trying to break down what you're saying. Like, let's think about why you keep putting it down. It's something you want. Why aren't you doing it?
Mm. And
like, as I say,
because you
I
still
am
think about it.
Yeah,
like you thought about it enough to question it. It's not like you went back to your thing and think, fuck, I forgot about this. Like, because then it's like, well, you don't care.
That's right.
But you've mentioned it several times.
That's right.
So it's like, why? If it matters enough for you to think about it, why does it not matter enough for you to make it a priority?
Is it the motivation?
I got one thing about that. Do you guys know the YouTuber called Ali Abdal?
Yeah.
No.
So he was talking about this concept about why do you want to get rich? And people would answer to be like financially free, to play video games, be free, whatever it is. But the problem that we face is that we can actually do that everything now.
Yeah.
It's
A lot of the
already
stuff you
too
can do.
easy to do. So the concept is that is the goal to becoming rich, like to play video games all day? You can do that right now.
Well,
Or is
I'm
the
going to do a
problem about
training.
it, like
Funny you mentioned
something
that.
like that.
I'm going to do a training around that as well. Funny enough, I'm going to actually, one of the things that I think this is an original thing, or maybe I heard it somewhere subconsciously, but I was going to do a similar thing with some people I'm going to mentor, and they say, well, you know, what would make you happy if you had this? What would make you happy if you did this? What would make you happy if you did this? And then they'll list all their things. I go, cool, look at all those things. Like, do that. You just said that that's going to make you happy. Do it. Why are you waiting before you hit $10 million before you do that thing? Sometimes, yeah, I get, okay, some things might have a price tag associated with them, potentially, but a lot of the stuff you can generally do. It may not be to that scale, but you can generally do almost everything on those lists. Coming back to that. But is it the matter of... We're talking about, say, money, right?
Yeah.
By this time next year, you need to have $5 million in the bank account. All right? That's it. That's all. That's my only comment here. All right, okay, you going to do it? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I can oath. All right. If you get to this time next year and you don't have $5 million, like, hey, man, 2025, mid-November, have you done it? Nah. Oh, that's all right. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Cool.
Yeah.
This time next year, $1 million, or you lose both legs. Do you know what I mean?
So motivation.
That's right. So what's the motivation, or what's the driving force behind that? Is that what you need? Is that do you need to put something on there that is so fucking no, you do it or you die? Like, okay, would it be a better motivation if I took a photo with my shirt off and said, this is what I look like today on the 15th of November. This is what I'm going to look like in 3 weeks, in 3 months' time. Watch this space.
Do it.
Yeah. But is that the level though?
Is that the level?
Like, as in, is that the accountability thing? Hey, I'm just told the
maybe
world.
it's okay, but like, hold on. It's not about, I don't think it's the accountability thing. I think it's more so the, why do you keep thinking about it then? Like, are you lying to yourself? No, I'm not, I'm talking to myself here.
That's cool.
But it's like, why do you keep mentioning that thing?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Why do you keep referring back to the same thing in your life that's the same you sound like a broken record. This is me again, but
No, I can relate, and I'm sure many people can too.
It's like, why is that thing keep making the list and you do nothing about it?
You can even say with smoking is that for a lot of people. So many people smoke that don't want to smoke. It's expensive. It's frowned upon these days.
You reckon they don't want to smoke?
I think a lot of people that smoke don't want to smoke.
Don't want to smoke?
Yeah.
Dude, you reckon?
I think so. I think a lot of them would not want to.
Have you ever smoked?
Never.
Okay, I have.
Yeah.
And the second I didn't want to smoke anymore, I have not smoked since.
Yeah.
I like smoking.
You do?
I've smoked for like 6 years.
Do you have a pack of cigarettes on you now?
I haven't smoked in a year or so, 2 years.
CEs?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
You are.
I love cigarettes.
Seriously? Do you really? You love cigarettes?
Yeah, but I don't smoke.
Why?
So I had a body exam a couple of years ago. The doctor said my stomach isn't that well. And yeah, she said like, stop smoking. And I stopped. And that's why I just don't smoke.
Because of your stomach?
Yeah. But it's all right now. But if I'm quitting, then I'm just going to quit.
So anyway, let's just assume that that's the case. But a lot of them keep smoking. But they go, I'll quit next year. I'll quit next year. I'll quit next year. I'll quit next month. But they keep going. It's the addiction. Is it a level of addiction to not getting that thing? Is it the comfort that you're not getting that thing? Is it, I suppose you have to find, the question I would ask is, why are you not pursuing it?
I could ask you the same thing about six-pack.
Yeah, that's right. Why are you not pursuing? Oh, I am pursuing it now.
Are you though?
Yeah, I would say yes. Yes, I am. More so than I have been previously to the last 12 months. Yes, more than the last 10 years. Not 10. Yeah. I'm going to say since I've been married, I haven't pursued it. Previously, before I started working out. So yes, am I pursuing it? Yeah. Will I get it? Well, intent is to have it in the next 3 months. To go to Gold Coast in that space. But what has it been? Why, previously to that, why wasn't it? Is it too hard? Like, it's for other people. I love Tim Tams too much.
Yeah, it's not a priority.
It's not, I keep that. Look, for me, that was always a big thing.
Yeah, but you always thought about it still.
Yes, but I always prioritize work. Again, probably another excuse. But I would go, no, I'd rather go and get an extra hour of work in than go to the gym. Do you know the funny thing is, because I train sometimes during business hours. A lot of the time I'll train in the morning before work, but there's times like today I trained at 8:15. Okay, so I took an hour out of work to go and train. I have done more this year. I've done more in the last 12 months than I've ever done in business. And I've taken at least 3 to 4 hours out of my work week to train. But yet I've still managed to do more than I've ever done in the past. So why is that? I've been more efficient with my time, more efficient. Like I've made it work.
Yeah, higher energy, found a way to
I've made
get
it work.
more done.
That's right. I've
in
made
less
it work.
time.
Made it work.
And I think that's something you constantly get better at.
I agree.
The productivity per unit of time, or whatever that's called. Output per unit of time.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
But yeah, it's I guess it's something for
So with your item. Okay, your item now. Why do you think it's always on your list?
because I think it matters to me.
You think. So my employees,
that was your question.
my employees come to me and they say that. I think this is a problem. I don't want you to think, I want you to know. Why is it a problem?
Your question was, why do you think?
Yeah, why do you, is it? Did I say think? Okay. Why is it a problem? Or why are you not achieving it?
I don't know.
I don't care.
Because I don't prioritize it.
Guess why aren't you prioritizing it? What goes in front?
Anything else?
Is anything else more important than that?
So you can't answer.
Today. Is anything else more important than that today?
Yes.
Is anything else more important than that next week?
These questions are hard to answer without even knowing.
I don't know. So is anything else more? But no, you just answer it yes or no for yourself. Just yes, no. You don't have to.
There's always something. Yes.
Is anything else more important than that in 1 year?
Yes.
Is anything else more
I think
important
there'll
than that
always
in
be
5
so
years,
I
in
got
10 years? At what
something
point
about
will
that.
you go, fuck, 50 years? Like 20 years? If I don't have that, I'm fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like I've failed. That's an F. At what point? So if it's 5 years, have you just given yourself 5 years not to be doing this thing for another thing? And you go, oh, and then would you sit back and go, you know what? Do I want to be in that space in 5 years' time, not having achieved that goal? And that's what it was a motivating factor for me to get fitter was, I'm keep
Put a
telling...
time frame on it.
Yeah, but also I keep telling people be high performers on this podcast. Like I'm here giving people advice. We are here giving people advice. We're here telling you how to have $1 million days. We're here telling you how to be better at life, how to do this, how to do this. How can I do that if I'm a fat fuck?
There's a level of incongruency.
And that's exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I felt doing that and saying those things. And then on top of that, I'm like, hang on, dude, you wear a wristband that says unstoppable. Bullshit. I'm pretty sure a bodybuilder will stop you right in your tracks, right? Or I'm pretty sure a guy that's killing it in health will stop you in your tracks. You are not unstoppable. And that for me was a motivating factor to do it. So I reckon there's got to be something that triggers you to a degree where you're like, no, fuck this. I have to, maybe it's a matter of you going like I did in that sense where I said, fuck it. If I have to take an hour out of my work week to go and exercise, then I'm going to do it. And as a result of me doing that, I'm actually better at work. Would you achieving this goal make you better in other elements of your life?
I think achieving any goals contributes to your
I didn't
life.
ask you that question.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Because I think it will for anything I'm going down.
So I got something about that.
I think wearing a
So in
Rolex would help you.
psychology.
Sorry?
I think wearing a Rolex would make it's like getting a new car, elevates you.
Yeah.
Jump in the car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything. I don't think there's a goal you achieve and now you're worse. If you do,
Will it help?
recheck your fucking goals.
Okay. But will it
So
help?
I probably know what Robby's goal is.
Say it.
I'm not
Say
going
it.
to say it. So there is this thing in psychology about stress. You can call stress in two different types. It's eustress and de-stress. So
What? You stress and de-stress?
Yeah, de-stress. De-stress is like the negative shit that happens when stressing out. So stress is mostly your cells working overtime. That is stress. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, for example, for a schoolboy getting an assignment or homework, and he has a deadline, an assignment to do, but if he doesn't do it and just thinks about it, it creates stress. But the moment he finished this assignment, the stress is relieved. But if he doesn't do it and just keeps it
Thinking about it.
it
stress will
creates
always
the
build up.
de-stress.
Yeah.
So once you just keep it happening over and over and over again, it's something that becomes almost like a trauma that will like stick in your like cells, and it becomes a problem. And it can go into like other like health issues like insomnia or whatever it is. It's the same thing that happened to my mother. She had like the highest level of insomnia. She couldn't sleep for 2 years because she was just stressing out. She couldn't sleep for 2 years. That's why like my mom and dad got divorced and everything like shit happened in my family. So like stress. So even though you say it's a goal, but it's not a goal for you, it's more of a necessity. You have a deadline and you have to achieve it before that, but you're not doing anything about it. And you're just creating more stress and stress and stress. And the longer it takes, the harder it is for it to get relieved.
Yeah, I think most things in life work like that. Like even if you don't go to the gym for 10 years, it becomes very difficult to build that habit.
Yeah, but
Because it's different.
I wanted to talk about this small story about my mother, how she actually got healed out of that insomnia. So everybody left from my home, from like her house. Like I went to the military, my brother went to jail, the other brother went somewhere else, dad went over somewhere else, and the younger brother, he was left at home with my mother. They almost didn't have any income. So it was almost zero, and they couldn't afford much of it. I was in the military, like fuck all, just getting beat up or whatever's happening over there. And one day she just thought about the idea of looking at one of my brother's socks. It had a hole on it. And she thought like, I think I have to like sew it because we don't have anything else. And she just sewed it. In 30 minutes, she slept like a baby. So what happened is that all that stress, by the end of it, she didn't know how to like relieve the stress, like do the task. But when she was given a very small task, sew that sock, she did it, and her brain clicked back in to, oh, stress isn't the problem. It's just that when you think about it too much and you just keep it going on, it becomes the problem. And the brain clicked back in and she started sleeping.
Yeah, so maybe the fact that it's ongoing and it's always just bugging you that it's not complete, and that's why you keep putting it on the list, you know, and then maybe you'll get some fulfillment once you get it off the list and go, okay, cool, I've done that, I can achieve it, I can move on.
Yeah,
and
take baby steps,
Yeah,
not the bigger thing.
That's right. Maybe you can chip away at the goal and do it in sections.
Make it very small.
I've tried that.
Yeah, doesn't work. I say because maybe
I know
get the big biceps first, and then go to get a good chest, get good legs, and then go to the stomach. I don't know. Try it that way.
We'll see how we go in 2025. I'll keep you guys posted.
I think a goal that our viewers could have, and our listeners,
Something that everyone should listen.
something that should be on everyone's goal, on everyone's list for 2025.
25 or 24?
Look, if you really want to be a winner at life, you would get started on it today.
Yeah.
Right? Pretty much stopping what you're doing, whether you're driving, listening to this, pull over, or just pick up your phone. And that's to subscribe to the channel. That's to subscribe to this podcast. Whatever platform you're looking, whatever type platform you're listening, just stop what you're doing and subscribe, because that's how you're going to achieve some sick shit in 25 and today.
Shall we do a giveaway for our subscribers?
Absolutely. We did one a while ago, sent Mars bars and Sent him a Mars bar, remember that guy?
Yes.
He loved it.
He was very happy.
Very happy. Yeah. We'll do a giveaway when we get to a number of subscribers.
I reckon.
Let's do that.
Let's announce that on maybe the next few episodes.
Do you know how many we're on? When we get to 500, that's a nice round number. 500 subscribers on any platform. The 500th, is that how you do it? The 500th person to subscribe?
The 500?
No, but then
Nah,
we're rewarding
it's
the last person to subscribe.
People in the, like,
We'll randomly
everyone in
select
the loop,
one. Yeah.
everyone in the pool of
We'll
people.
randomly select,
And then
yeah.
once we hit that goal,
500 mark.
we give away, speaking of goals, we're giving away something.
Yeah.
We'll work out what that is, and
We'll spin a wheel
we'll
with everyone's name
announce
on it. It's right here. We'll spin it. Everyone, 500 people's name on it.
become like the Wheel of Fortune. It's $1 million day wheel. $1 million wheels.
$1 million wheels.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, guys. Hope you got a little bit out of this today and that it's motivated you to get some goals, some serious goals together.
Yeah.
Not just fucking
Start to think now. Start
Little
to think
ones,
now.
yeah.
Don't wait till, because the rest of the year will fly by.
and
The rest of
10x
the
those
year-
things.
Yeah. The rest of the year will go by really fast.
Yep.
And if you hit all your goals this year, maybe you need to aim a little bit bigger. Stop playing so small. We haven't said that in a while.
Yeah, you haven't.
Stop playing so small, and let's focus on what do you want? What do you want, and why does it matter? And what are you willing to trade to get it?
I dropped an imaginary mic for those listening. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.